Every once in a while, you come across an album that completely exceeds your expectations, and this one is no different. Let's get to that review right now. Terry here again, guiding metal music heroes like you to the newest metal music. If you like the stuff that is on this list, I review, analyze, and break down all this newest extreme releases from my weekly chart so you get the best new metal every day. You love getting more new metal music, right? So afterwards, I'll pair today's review album up with another extreme pick for you to add to your own collection as well. Today's review album is Violence Solves Everything Part 2. It's an EP by Combichrist, and it's the band's latest album up for a fresh Redline review. Let's break this one down. In Apple Music, I open the band's page and I see that there are 6 strong sounding tracks totaling 28 minutes. A lot of albums are actually 28 minutes. This is an actual EP, so it's a pretty lengthy one. The album cover artwork, as you can see, it's a punkish black and white style, I believe, with custom fonts. And thanks to the artist, I had no problems picking this one out for review from the batch. They classified themselves in Apple Music as metal, but between that, the album artwork, the song titles, and a quick sound check, I'm visualizing something pretty heavy. What about your predictions? If you're watching this right now, let me know in the comments. Maybe you're a Combichrist fan and you haven't heard this one before. Anyway, my genre description before I start the review, I'm going to say that they're going to be hardcore or maybe punk. We'll see if that changes in the end during my actual reveal, though. Track 1, completely to my surprise, I feel this has an electronic industrial metal feel. It's got super strong rhythms, superb tempo, and this thunderous punch. It is excellent. Track 2 has superb drama, depth, and strength. Tons of crunch. It has big rhythms, excellent riffs, and a strong, punchy industrial hardcore strength metal. Totally awesome track. Track 3 has that hypnotic, hammering, big beat sound reminiscent of like Rammstein or Rammstein for some of you, with a slightly more hardcore feel, and it is a must hear. What a fantastic track. Number 3. Track 4 doesn't disappoint. It has a massive guitar, bass, and drum rhythms and deep chilling tempos. Superb, energetic vocals all the way through. Incredible grinding strength. I'm loving this stuff. Track 5, it continues with massive industrial punch once again. It's deep and it is hair-raising, although I don't have any hair. Rest of the album was immensely deep and rhythmic. There was only one other song on there. And I summarized that. I imagine a tremendous live show, okay? This stuff is probably going to also be at home in a rave or a nightclub as well as the mosh pit, I'm thinking. The recording and sound quality is totally pro level. Production and musicality is very refined in my opinion. I'm going to rate the overall levels of rhythm and tempo on the higher side in the 7 or 8 intensity range, while the harmonies and melodies were more conservative, which is my style. Probably at a level 2 or 3. Again, it was all about the rhythm. I find that the lyrical theme here, it's anger and becoming a mainstream or radio act here. It's a certainty. This is kind of a radio type, deal for this band. Range, flow, and layout of the album is consistent. The tracks are arranged tightly. I describe the vocals as big and energetic, while the guitar work is razor sharp and clean. Bass section is big and bubbly, and the drums and percussion performance was strong with awesome full snap top to bottom. There are plenty of really cool hypnotic electronic rhythms. They're reminiscent of Nine Inch Nails and even early Depeche Mode work. Overall, the energy and intensity here is really high. Again, they remind me of Rammstein, but they also kind of feel like Ministry, Marilyn Manson, and I asked ChatGPT, and it says they're also in league with KMFDM and Nine Inch Nails, which is pretty agreeable here. Temperature rating level here, I rated them as about a 7 or 8 on the hot side, with a level 7 darkness, tonality, feel, while the overall color or colors, I'm going to personally describe it as black and white, pretty much like the album. Does the album cover art match the feel of the music? My first impression was I thought this might be an actual punk album. So I don't know. And then I look at it and I say, hey, wait a sec. It kind of looks like a KMFDM thing. So maybe I'm just off tonight. General feeling I had during this session was electric, okay, with the goosebumps and everything. It led me to give this album a seismic reading of a huge 7.8 on the Richter scale. This would be great music for working out at the gym, I think. My reveal is my predictions from earlier were kind of bunk. I said hardcore punk. That was kind of silly, but now my genre description is industrial strength metal. The official bio, it says about the same thing, and it means that, I'm kind of on track here in the end anyway. So my favorite tracks, all were excellent. Quite frankly, I couldn't pick, but the third one and the fifth one were super strong. Of course, it's going into my library. And lastly, I would encourage you to stream it for yourself, okay? Don't take my word for it. That's it for another episode of Redline Reviews, and I'm going to dig into my treasure chest and recommend Body by Horschk. I hope I got that right. As a match for you, they both sound kind of similar. And that's just to say thanks for hanging out with me today on a Friday night and recap during episode 89. Okay, I reviewed Deprecipice by Mastiff, and I added a Common Suffering by Harm's Way from my secret stash at the end. That gives you 4 albums for a Friday night. Hey, and see that last episode, by the way, okay? And see if these 2 albums are good for you to stream for yourself. Lastly, remember you have the power to support all metal artists. Stream them, engage them on social, buy the merch, see them live, and join me again soon for another episode of Redline. And please feel free to hit that subscribe button, get notified so you get your new albums here first. And that's it for Friday night. Take care, everybody. Happy Easter weekend. Cheers.